no see. And I am in very bright sunshine, so I'm not going to see anything on here. Today's message from Davey Mismanaged. And
Thank you. Thank you. Boop, boop. Yeah! That was awesome. Thanks, brother. Woo!
so good to be out here, out in the 80-degree weather in February.
My camera's right behind you. So
Okay. Oh, sorry.
looking at the back of yourself.
Yeah, don't
your
need the crack view. Don't need that.
Thank you.
All right. The opinions seem to be pretty unanimous for anybody who does have an opinion out here, that even a lot of silent thumbs up. That's fun too. Thank you. This woman's like nodding yes to yes, yes, yes. So I motioned for her to honk. Put it into sounds. Gots to do that. It's so long since I've done one of these, I don't even remember how anything works. Like, why can't I see the comments? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe there are none. Whatever. Thank you.
Fruit punch lemonade and give you something for breakfast.
Daddy?
Hey, now I see some comments. Okay. But sorry, it's really super bright. So
It's just Davey Mismanaged, right? That's it? At Davey Mismanaged? The link?
what's that?
Is it at Davey
At
Mismanaged?
mismanage.
Just Mismanaged.
Mismanage.
Okay.
IGE.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was born in it, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
It's horrific. So it's at Mismanaged. If we don't have the, if we don't have Davey's, it's at Mismanaged. Please sub up, hit the like. Thank you.
Get some mismanagement out here in Studio City. Now we'll switch it up with the kills your ass. Since there's nobody left in Scientology hardly, and they're just running on fumes and real estate, the most important thing nowadays is making sure nobody joins. Making sure everybody knows that it's a cult, that it's dangerous, that it destroys families and destroys your ass. And that's scientifically proven by somebody. Yay! It's an anal destruction religion. Yay! So everybody, yeah, I haven't been out here much lately because I've been doing other good works out in the universe and haven't had as much time. And, you know, also this horrible LA winter where it gets down into the low 60s, high 50s, you know, who can be out on the streets during all that? That's too brutal. Thanks for giving me almost as many likes as current views. That's really awesome. I like those high ratios. Don't let it destroy your booty. more people are learning about Scientology on this street corner than Scientology is bringing in per month worldwide. That's my mathematical estimate of the situation. You recognize my voice? Yeah, sorry people that I'm not very responsive to the comments, because it is a lot of glare out here and I can barely even see the comments. It's been a long time since I've done this, so I'm very out of practice. Be gentle on me, please. But we remain in the We remain in the same situation. Thank you. Same situation where all the buildings in Scientology's most busy city on earth, Los Angeles. I mean, this is where the most Scientologists are in one location in the world. And go by any of their orgs. It's not that there's 0 people there, but there's not enough to pay the light bill for sure. I mean, they are dying a very slow, protracted death, only being kept alive by their real estate holdings. Scientology kills people. And if we can save one person doing this, we've done a hell of a job. Honk, honk, honk. We get about, it's looking to me, I just got here, but it looks like you get about 2 or 3 nods of approval to every honk. Would you say that, Eric? It's about 2 or 3 nods of approval to every honk, right?
Oh,
yeah, they're all like shaking their heads and a lot of thumbs up.
People are scared to honk sometimes, so they don't want to get blown away by some maniac.
Yeah, right. You honk at the wrong person in LA, it could be a little dangerous. So, you know, yeah. People are a little bit careful with those things. I heard a real bad story of where somebody got... Yeah, we'll just pretend that's for us, but it's not. That one was not for us. That one's just a dude going berserk. But I'll take credit.
My water from the car.
Go for it, I'll keep guard.
Okay.
A beautiful, summery February day. Let me see if I can get somewhere where I can actually read some messages, not be in such glare. Oh yeah, but I gotta watch his stuff too. Maybe I'll wait for that. I don't think I can read messages and watch valuables simultaneously. So anyway, straight ahead, this is the way to get to West Hollywood. These are the Hollywood Hills, the backside of the Hollywood Hills, the valley side. Laurel Canyon. This is where some of the best music of the 60s and 70s was made, right up this road. All the, it's where Crosby, Stills and Nash was formed. And where a lot of those people lived, Neil Young, whatever, Joni Mitchell. A real hotbed of creativity back in the day. Kind of legendary. Very legendary. And so this is one of the ways to come from West Hollywood to the valley through this road, over these hills, past a lot of mansions and a lot of fire risk. Back during the fires, I had to evacuate for one night. The fire didn't come anywhere near me. But then I got to see Eric like the next day or 2 days later in his live stream driving by my house saying, "Oh, Davey's apartment's okay." That was a cool shout out.
I'm like, thank God he didn't burn down.
Yeah.
You know, did you see that stream? I couldn't find anything burned. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but where's the burn?
I know. Well, because Runyon, they put it out real quick.
Oh.
That's what I was evacuated for. But it was like 50 acres. But 50 acres of Runyon's probably like a drop in the bucket. You know, it's probably hundreds or thousands of acres. I don't know.
I did not see anything. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had in my head, I was like, uh-oh. You know?
Well, it's that thing like everybody from anywhere else out of town or whatever, they're all like, "Are you okay?" You know,
Yeah.
They just think the whole damn town's burning up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen a fire scar yet. I've never been where there's plenty of them. I just haven't driven over there, but
Oh, I drove Chad all over Hollywood. I couldn't find a burned cigarette. Nothing. I hope my phone ain't overheating. Oh boy, it's hot.
yeah, when you got it in the sun like that, and charging
Okay.
and running all simultaneously,
I
yeah.
gotta keep you guys in the shade here for a minute. You know what I'm gonna do? I know what I'll do.
Here's a nice pole.
I was gonna say I'll put them on. I'll just do one sign and carry. That way I
Yeah.
can keep them out of the direct sun for a minute. Yeah, my phone's gonna burn up. Oh my God. I hope it didn't already.
Yeah, that definitely messes it up. Shortens the lifespan, I'm sure.
I mean, what is this, February? And my phone's overheating?
I know, man. Look, it's like 80 degrees out here or something, you know. It's supposed to be like 88 next week or
What the
something.
fuck?
I guess
88?
that's what I saw, yeah.
That's insanity.
Thanks you guys for the warm welcome on my long-awaited return.
Hell yeah, everybody. That's Mr. Mismanaged.
And I forgot my hat.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
My Davy hat. But I want to go back to that Fresno mission. I was just telling Eric about that the other day and how exciting that was to, I'm just going to pull over here and check out some messages, say hi to some people, because I can't read anything in that glare over there. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. All right. Jesper is here. All right. Awesome. And damn, I still can't hardly see anything. It's so bright out here. What do we have here? Pocono, hello. And we got, things have been good out here. Anna from Canada, yeah. I haven't been out for quite a while, but I guess my voice is noticeable, memorable to some. I know, how do we manage this miserable weather? You got to be strong, you know. I am very well. Thanks for missing my contact, Keith. I miss thinking about you and your tea over there in Wales. Yeah, man, I was in New York last month. I'll be there again next month, doing a lot of business over there. You know, as soon as you move, then you start getting busy in the place you moved from. So, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, when I was there, it was like 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about -10 Celsius, I would guess. It was brutal. And I didn't leave the house for 2 days. I was just like, I'm not going out. Come back to Scandinavia. No, man, I just hit that in, oh man, Canada. Yeah, that sounds that sounds rough. Tea and Welsh cake. I'm behind, yes. Thanks for subscribing to Davy's channel. Who is this? Jersey Jan. Thank you. Sorry if I'm misreading things because it's really, really still very glary. All this sunshine is just kind of brutal. And from Canada, you saw my name on the OSA operative list. All right. I made it to the list, huh? Nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Millings, good to see you here too. How did I dodge the bad actor label? Yeah, well, you know, I'm not one to get involved in the drama. I recognize there are issues, there are people doing stuff. Hey Magnus, det går jättebra här. But yeah, look, the one thing, you know, I really resist saying anything about anybody that's doing this. But the one thing I can say is this whole witch hunt vibe that was started after the occupation This is the kind of thing that I've said many times. I think of this as a kind of revolutionary awakening movement. I view it in the larger context of people waking up from cults and control organizations and things like that. And at the same time as people are waking up, there are other people going deeper down that rabbit hole. And so, it's a kind of a time of choosing your side, I guess. But to me, I'm not really gonna say anything too negative about anybody else that is protesting. I'm not saying I don't have my opinions, but the one thing I would say, and I don't agree with Eric about everything. I don't agree with anybody about everything. But I'm aligned with Eric to the degree, number one, he was actually in Scientology, and number two, he draws fair parallels between some of the divisiveness in the protest group and the way that OSA would want it to go down. One of OSA's things is muddy the waters. Tori talked about it a lot. Make the whole protest thing just so yucky that nobody wants to be a part of it, that nobody wants to view it or support it in any way. And awesome. And so and I think some people have done good work and then not done such good work. But my focus is on awakening people to the cult and to control organizations like Scientology, like massive corporations, political parties, all this stuff where you got a bunch of mind control going on. Scientology is just a really good example of this mind control. That it's one of these, I look at it like an acupuncture point, right? It's one of these things where a lot of elements come together. Slime the zone, exactly, right. I don't really care that much, maybe because, I wasn't like Eric. I wasn't in. I'm not as offended if people are messing things up. You got forced into the drama. Yeah, that sucks. But, sorry, I'm kind of in a halfway. I just had to be closer to the road so I get some attention from these people. But, yeah, I'm not into that drama. I'm into, let's have fun. Let's awaken people. Let's keep people's mind on the fact that Scientology is evil. And, let's have fun doing it. Most of the people in here, I've liked most of the people, and I think one of the things is also just, when Scientology goes and hides in their buildings, there's nothing to talk about, with them. They are not really giving us any action. So then, people start creating drama amongst themselves with each other. And, and then, people bring their issues to the table, and some of those issues are pretty damn profound. not singling anybody out, but and one thing is, like, you know, everybody that was in Scientology and that left is wounded and needs healing. And Eric would be the first person to say that. And, you know, people that are wounded, that do need healing, they have some erratic behaviors sometimes, some erratic words and whatnot. And the protest became the Donner Party. Yeah, a lot of feeding on each other. And the thing is, and it's also that, look, I was never in Scientology, but I have a genuine interest going back a couple of decades. And let's say not everybody who joined up with this movement did, and nor were they required to. But if you're in it for an income, then you have to produce content that gets you views, likes, money, whatnot. And if that money starts going away, you have to generate some kind of drama. And I remember one of the drama people saying, of course I create drama, you know, it gets me views. And then going back later and being like, no, I don't create drama, you create drama. Okay, whatever, dude. But I think what's happened is that a lot of people have taken their eye off the ball. And this is what happens in all kinds of revolutionary movements. It's I gave you the idea. I need to make signs for the side. Cool. Okay. Awesome, Miss Kim. You know, this is why a lot of revolutionary movements never really get off the ground. Yeah, I can't see my...
I can't see shit, I know.
I can't see the comments unless I get in the shade over here, you know.
Yeah. It's, I can't see anything.
You know, it's like all the communist revolutions, they just started fighting each other. You know, once they took over, they started killing each other. You know, that's what happens with these kind of revolutionary movements. And see, I'm more of like a utopian thinker. No, not really a Scientologist. Never have been. Oh, your big wagon. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't, you know, I'm not catching everything, so I just come in for a little blip here and there. But to me, it's really exciting to have people awaken to the possibilities of freedom and not feeling the need to be in a cult or a religion or whatever. And, you know, creating their own connection to whatever it is, God, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. We don't need these organizations. Yeah, who needs COINTELPRO when you have chaos agents? Yeah, and I am not, hey, I believe there are many conspiracies, and the idea that you discredit something by calling it a conspiracy theory is ridiculous to me, because conspiracies are everywhere. They're just not usually what the conspiracy theorists theorize, but they are everywhere. And I don't think a lot of the chaos agents are necessarily, paid by Scientology. Some are, for sure. We gotta expect that. But, some people are just chaotic. Some people just live a life of chaos. And if we think back to certain individuals, yeah, I figured that, Magnus. I didn't think you'd be the one accusing me of that seriously. But, some people just live their whole lives in chaos. And they can't help it, it's just what they do. And so it's not necessarily a conspiracy. It's not necessarily... What's that? Scientology, the cult.
I'm gonna look into it.
Good. Now you gotta honk your horn.
What is honk? Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Thank you.
Beep, 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 beep.
What is honk? That's cool, man. We taught some foreigners how to honk.
I want to, if you're going to stand there for a minute, I can put the chat down. Because I get way better response with both signs. Plus, a lot of people are camera shy. I was just holding this to so it doesn't burn up.
Right.
Are you leaving right now?
No, I'm not leaving right now. No, I'm good. Where do you want to put that? Oh, you're just going to put it down or what?
Yeah, I'm going to put it somewhere where it's in the shade.
Right.
Because it's going to burn the fuck up. Like I can put it right here.
Oh, yeah.
If you were going to stand here, I'd put it here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This big chat taking care of it. Okay. Let's see. Ah, baby. How's that, chat?
The nastiness of the internet in general knocked you off your socks, being a target of that for a year. Sorry, I can't see your name there. It's a long one. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nastiness on the internet. There's a lot of people just, they wouldn't say anything to your face, but online they can hide behind anonymity and talk all kinds of shit. That's for sure. But, whatever you pay attention to gets bigger, and so I tend to just pay attention to the energy that I pay attention to is the energy of when Eric is laughing his ass off when he's putting up those flyers on the telephone poles. That playful, fun energy. Scientology is a cult. That's what it is to me. And that's what I think, ever since the days of Anonymous, there's been that one thread of Scientology protest that's just really fun and playful And if you think of how regimented and boring Scientologists are, and then you have these people out there having a good time, being silly, laughing, that's the energy I want. And, you know, like sometimes when I watch Eric, and you can just feel the joy of all of those years of not being able to express himself, having to shut up to not lose his entire family. And then, what? The only time he could come out is when everybody died? You know, how shitty is that? You got to wait for your entire family to die for you to even say what you think. And then when you think of that, all those people that are still in that cult, they're dealing with that. They're dealing with having to shut up. Like, you know, the question is, what percent of people in Scientology are all just playing along to not get declared? And if they all knew it, and if they all had a massive awakening all at once, you know, it could be like 70% of Scientologists like, oh, you too? Oh, you know it's bullshit too? Oh my God, no way. But the control system is so intense, they never get to find out that most people do agree with them. Most people in Scientology are there because they can't leave for one reason or another. Their business, their money's entangled in it, their family connections. Oh, got a nice little hummingbird. All right. Okay, I'm not watching it now.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I see people are leaving messages. I got to get in the shade again so I can read some of this. Thank you, sir. We got a human honk.
I would have honked if I was in the car, but...
Thank you, sir. That's going above and beyond. Nice. I know. Staples on the pole. Sorry, I'm responding to things as if you know what I'm responding to. Say beep beep. No. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Miss Kim. These are people that you wouldn't deal with in real life. And if you did, they wouldn't say all this shit in real life. Internet plus OSA plus money. Yeah. Exactly. Playfulness, Adam, yeah, is subversive to groups like Scientology that criminalize humor. Absolutely. Playfulness is like one of the most revolutionary things that you can do with Scientology. Because, you know, for one thing, Scientology wants to say that everybody that's not in Scientology is miserable. And so if you have people protesting Scientology that are clearly not miserable, and Scientology knows what it looks like to fake happiness, and they do it all the time. But the thing is, they know what fake happiness looks like, and they could tell that we're doing some real happiness out here. Ham it up again. Okay, that's the word I couldn't see before. Well, I don't know if you can stop allowing the hate, but what you can do is just see it as lame. That's what I like to do. The Syrian regime, yeah. Well, you know, I did my master's thesis on Syria, on the Syrian regime, and I did other papers in grad school about the human rights situation. And it is one of the things that I have been comparing to Scientology, the Syrian regime, a lot of regimes, because dictatorship it's all kind of a very similar deal. Dictatorships like Scientology, you know, they're based on a certain structure of bullshit and a certain interconnected thing. They're based on rewards and punishments and groupthink and all this crazy shit. And the good thing is, what we could see on Syria was that it has the potential of disappearing overnight. And that's something you got to remember with Scientology. Scientology could fold in an instant because these brutal regimes are not only brutal, but they are brittle. And brittle means they do not bend. They only break. In the end, that's the only move they have, is to break. Thanks, Miss Kim. Yeah, because the thing is, Scientology is run like a dictatorship. For those of you who weren't with me from the beginning, I studied dictatorships. I studied political science, and I was fascinated in the issues of human rights and dictatorships. And I spent time... Oh, Adam, you know all about the Alawites? Nice. Yeah, there's so many... Right, they concealed their core beliefs. Well, the Alawites are like a lot of these groups that they call themselves like a Muslim sect, but if the Muslim world really knew what they thought, they would be heretics and subject to severe punishment. And so, you know, the Alawites, the Druze, a lot of these groups, you know, they kind of hide behind like, well, we're just a different kind of Muslim. And just like Scientology hides behind, well, we're just a different kind of religion. Bullshit. You're not a religion, you're a cult. And there is a difference. And so yeah, when you see how these cult-like dictatorships can collapse overnight, like I was saying, I spent time in East Germany before the wall came down, of course, because there was not much of an East Germany after the wall did come down. And everybody knew it was bullshit, and most people would say very openly to me that they knew it's bullshit. And you know, I don't know if you guys know, but in East Germany, they didn't call the Berlin Wall the Berlin Wall. They called it the Anti-Fascist Defense Wall. Okay, so to them, you know, according to their propaganda, everybody knew it was bullshit. But the wall was to keep the evil fascists out of their beautiful communist paradise. Okay, so it's like Hitler. It's the big lie. And, you know, the thing is, thinking people, when you talk about, ham it up again, like thinking of joining Scientology, you know, people who are into personal transformation and who do have a certain amount of awareness are very susceptible. And, you know, one thing that I've consistently heard is that smarter people are more susceptible to cults than dumb people. Because, you know, smarter people can get trapped in logic. And, you know, if you can take them down a path of logical positions that they agree with, you know, then they end up with the conclusion that is the natural result of agreeing with all those positions. And dumb people just say, hell no, I'm not giving you my money, and they end up being the smart ones. So, you know, people who are interested in whether it's spirituality, philosophy, whatever, you know, they try a lot of different things, and they ponder a lot of different kind of spiritual paths. And so they're very susceptible to something like Scientology. And that's why we're out here, so that we kind of mess with that a little bit. We kind of make it so that there isn't an opening for that. The ambiguities of domination. Thank you, sir. A lot of silent agreement out here on the streets. Not everybody necessarily wants to be on the web, being vocal about it. The ambiguities of domination. Very interesting. Thanks for that tip, Adam. Yay! Yeah, it's been 25 years since I've done a lot of reading on Syria, so I'm way behind on that. But these structures of mental, emotional control, ideological control, have fascinated me my whole life. And one reason was because I lived in a very non-religious home, but then I went to a super holy roller Christian school from kindergarten through third grade. And then I became Jewish when my mom married a Jewish guy. So I got to sample talking in tongues, you know, faith healing, like Pentecostal type stuff. And then I got to sample, you know, a calmer Reform Judaism, more intellectual.
The beer's helping. Oh no, Papa isn't feeling good. Drink more beer quicker, Papa Smurf. Don't give up on the beer.
Ambiguities of domination. I'm totally checking that out. Wow. $2, 99 cents. Nice. The ambiguities of domination.
I'm ready to wrap anytime.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hotter than hell out here.
You guys, it's just too hot. Okay, I mean, you gotta feel bad for us. We're suffering.
Everyone says that they're holding their
we need like a bunch of cold beers just to self-regulate. So anyway, thanks for being here, and I'll see you again much sooner than the last break I took. Thanks so much. Oh my my God, below freezing in Texas. I don't like below freezing. I prefer this. But I lived in it a long time. Bye-bye, everybody.